Before getting started, let me read out this disclaimer. These fasting masterclasses are for educational purpose only. It's not a substitute of care by a doctor or other qualified medical professional. One should speak with your physician or other healthcare professionals before doing any fasting, changing your diet in any way, or adjusting any medications or any supplements, or adopting any treatment plan for a health problem. The use of any products or services purchased by you as a result of these masterclasses does not create a healthcare provider patient relationship between you and any of the experts affiliated with this. Any information regarding supplements are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Good morning, Dr. Sonal here. What healthy eating does not mean. Now, there is a tendency to define a healthy eating pattern as simply some combination of macronutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. While this may appear scientific, there is no real basis for these recommendations. The underlying assumption of macronutrient based guidelines is that all fats are equal, all carbohydrates are equal, and all proteins are equal. However, this is clearly false. Extra virgin olive oil is not the same as trans fat laden margarine. Even though both are fat, our bodies respond completely differently to each one. Now, a protein coming from a paneer or a egg or a fish is not the same as highly refined gluten, which is also a protein even though it's found in grains. Carbohydrates from sugar are not the same as white beans. There are simple and easily measurable differences in the way our bodies metabolize these different foods. The same holds true for calories. Dietary guidelines specify that calorie limits unwittingly assume that all calories are equal, but 100 calories of a green salad does not have a fattening effect on our body as 100 calories of chocolate chip cookies. Relying on macronutrient based guidelines or calorie limits makes eating far more complicated than it should be. We do not eat a specific percentage of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. We eat foods. Certain foods are more fattening than others. Therefore, the best advice focuses on eating or not eating specific foods, not specific nutrients. Because consistently high insulin levels are the root cause of all the diseases of metabolic syndrome. It's especially important for those with metabolic syndromes to consider how foods stimulate the release of insulin. Fasting, of course, is the ultimate weapon in your arsenal when it comes to lowering insulin levels. Since all foods stimulate insulin to some degree, the best way to lower insulin is to eat nothing at all. However, we cannot fast indefinitely. So, there are some simple rules to follow to lower insulin levels.